All right, I already know this is going to be incredible because of the commercial break discussion with New. Well, we knew it was going to be incredible because he made the all-personality team as soon as he was drafted, and now we just cut it up in the commercial break. Tyler Booker, your new Cowboys offensive lineman, is sitting down with us right now in the Wild Fork Foods hot seat on 105.3 The Fan, the Cowboys flagship with Shan RJ and Bobby. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks, y'all, for having me.
Okay, I don't even know where to start here. I think I have to start with the pizza because you said you're from New Haven, Connecticut, and we watched Dave Portnoy Barstool, and he is crowned, New Haven actually, as the pizza capital of the world.
Yes.
You think it's true?
Oh, I know it's true.
How do y'all say it?
A pizza.
There it is.
Okay,
describe for our listeners what that actually is, how it's different from a pizza we get out here.
It's more of a thin crust, crispy slice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not too greasy. You don't want a real greasy slice.
Yeah.
One that you'll be able to fold, and it's hard to describe.
You think it's the best?
Oh, I know it's the best. Yeah.
Better than like New York?
Yes.
Will you eat like the white clam of pizza?
I had it one time. It's good, but it's the kind of thing where you have it once, be like, okay, I tried it, and that's it. You don't go get it again. Yeah.
How many brisket sandos you had in Texas or out here?
Brisket sandos?
Yeah.
Sandwich.
He's trying to be hip.
Brisket like barbecue?
Not too many.
No.
Not too many. I'm not a big like brisket sandwich guy. If I'm gonna eat brisket, I'll just eat it straight up.
Okay.
Yeah. But you like barbecue?
Yeah, I love barbecue now.
Okay.
Love it.
All right, let me ask you this. You have
because Bama, you want to try to put Bama barbecue up against Texas barbecue?
I'm not going to try and do that.
What even is Bama barbecue? What even is that?
I love Tuscaloosa, but Bama barbecue is harder compared to some of the stuff I've had out here.
So the one thing from Bama I do want to get, and I tried to make it, and people get gross. You guys will probably get grossed out about it because you're uncultured.
And I don't like this. I don't like these regional names for things.
Alabama white sauce. Yep. Do you know what that is, and is it legit, Tyler?
You know what's crazy? I didn't know what Alabama white sauce was until the combine. Somebody asked me about Alabama white sauce, and I'm like, "What is that? Are y'all punking me right now?"
Oh.
I had no idea what it was, but apparently people say it's pretty good.
Okay, so you've never had it still?
Never had it still.
It's like a mayo vinegar chop.
Oh, disgusting! That's gross.
So you're no bread on the brisket. You're no sauce for the brisket. You just want straight brisket, meat, nothing else.
Yeah.
See that's the classic Texas opinion. Too.
Yeah.
No sauce, no nothing.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so no mayo. Good. This guy over here brought that giant honking hoagie. All right, hoagie. That thing he got yesterday for lunch with mayonnaise on it. How long can you keep a sandwich with the condiment on it? You can't keep that for the rest of the day and overnight, eat the next day. It's a soggy piece of bread.
Yeah, not the next day. You can if you get it for lunch, you can maybe eat it for dinner.
Yeah,
maybe eat it for dinner, maybe, or like late at night, like, oh, I still had that sandwich from lunch yesterday.
Yeah,
but like eating it like a whole new calendar day, like the sun is up now.
Yeah,
and especially
if you get the oil and vinegar on it,
oil and vinegar is way worse than the mayo.
You got an hour window with oil and vinegar.
I picked up his sandwich to feel, and I felt the sogginess, and I got that. Did you get oil and vinegar? I got oil and vinegar on my left hand. It's stuck on my hand right now.
18 hours later, you got oil and vinegar still on that thing? Man.
Oh. Yeah, he said he would go get.
Whoa,
he said go get me lunch.
He did. Wow. Okay. All right.
Tyler Booker sitting down with us here at 105.3 The Fan. How's camp been so far? Like your NFL impressions. All you guys got to come in here, right, and be like, how am I going to stack up? How different is the NFL world? How's it been?
It's been a lot of fun. Like I've really had a lot of fun learning. I've had a lot of fun with the challenges that come with camp. I've also had a lot of fun like getting to know my new teammates. Like everything that I've been through is just. Honestly, it's been fun. Like winning reps, losing reps is just learning and me getting one step closer to being a better football player.
What's been from the on the field adjustment? Has it been the speed of the game, the power of the players? Like, what's been the bigger adjustment?
So definitely speed, definitely the power, but the biggest adjustment is like the football IQ of the guys that you're going against. You know, like I'm going up against guys who are in year 3, 4, 5. Maybe 6, you know what I mean? So, and I'm a rookie, so they just see the game from a whole new point of view than I do, you know. So like, there's a lot of like old vet tricks that they know, and then there's things that I have to make sure that I do in order to not tip a player or tip certain things off, but like their mental processing is really, really fast, and mine is getting better, and I'm just looking forward to continue to speeding up that mental processing.
How much or how difficult has it been? We've heard Shoddy talk about it the first day he got hired and he did his press conference. He talked about, like, yeah, some of our play calls are pretty long, and he's like they can get little wordy and stuff like that. How much has like the language and some of the playbook stuff just been? Has any of that been overwhelming, or are you just like, no, this is standard football. I can get all this.
It's standard football, and I want to commend Coach Shoddy and Coach Adams for like the way that they get it out to us, so if you find a routine of finding ways to study it, finding ways to get ahead, it never really becomes too much. And then us as offensive line, you know what you have to listen for, and once you hear that, you're like, okay, that's what I have to do.
All right, so I want to go back to something you said, because you said you want to make sure you're not tipping things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a baseball guy, so in baseball, you can tell when a pitcher's tipping pitches. How do you tell?
Well, you're a baseball fan.
But how can you tell when a defensive player is tipping something, or like how can you tell what you're tipping? Like, what are you looking for?
So it really comes down to the stance. Like your stance and starts is everything in the game of football. And this dates back to even college. Like even some of the really good linebackers and defensive linemen that we played were able to tell if you were tipping off a play. And what I mean by that, so like say that an offensive lineman in the SEC, like whenever he pulls, he gets a little bit further off the ball. Like that's a tip. Or whenever he's gonna pass it, his stance is a little bit more narrow and his chest is up. Or like a big tell that a lot of young offensive linemen have is if it's a run play, you can tell they got more weight on their hands, and if it's a pass play, they're kind of light on their hands. So you just have to be aware of that as a football player and make sure that you're not putting your team or yourself at a disadvantage.
I thought you were going
to reference a Vanderbilt D lineman or like an Oklahoma D lineman.
He doesn't like you, do it.
I'll give my Vandy shot, and my godson played tight end. He didn't really get on the field when he played y'all, but I was there for that upset game. So okay. I just wanted to see how you responded to that.
Can't do nothing about it now.
Does this place scare you?
He's a Tennessee volunteer.
Nah.
He went to Tennessee.
Oh man, I'm sorry for you.
Oh no!
You talked a lot.
I like the competitive face. It's like he's going to shove us like he did this. Like he did this kid in the viral clip, which we'll get to.
You talked a lot right after you got drafted about how important leadership was to you, mm-hmm. and how much you want to be that guy, be that presence. How is that challenge, though, when you come into a situation like this where you have that instinct, you have that within you, and then you're like, but I'm the new guy here, I'm the young guy here. How do you still push those traits or let those traits be felt while also still trying to like, hey, I'm still finding my place and need to find out where I am here?
Yeah, so you just hit on it. Like, I first have to earn the right to lead. And what I mean by that, like, I have to be seen as a contributor. I have to be respected by my whole team, and I have to do things to be seen as a leader on the team. And like while I'm still making strides to be seen as a leader on this team by earning the right to lead, I'm being the player that I would want to be led by. So I'm making sure that I'm doing everything in my power on and off the field to be the best version of myself that I can be in order to be the best player I can be for my teammates. So those are the ways that I'm taking strides towards leadership without actually being a leader on the team yet.
How much do you think leadership is action versus verbal or being vocal or like really kind of talking to guys and communicating with them versus just showing an example?
I think action is like one of the most important parts of leadership. You can talk about it and still not be about it. It's funny, I was talking to some of my former teammates at Alabama about it a couple of days ago about leadership. And it's like you can never ask somebody to do something that you wouldn't be willing to do yourself. You know what I mean? That's what leadership is. So I feel like leadership is like a majority action, and then if you are a verbal leader, that's when you step into that role as well. But first and foremost, before you lead somebody else, you have to lead yourself accordingly.
There are 3 Tylers on this line. How do the coaches name you separately? How do they address you guys out of practice?
So Tyler Smith goes by T-Sizz.
Okay.
Tyler Guyton goes by TG.
Okay.
I go by T-Book.
T-Book.
Yeah.
All right, so all of you got a T in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to get that straight because that could be very, very confusing. What happened in this clip here? Was this at your football camp?
Yes, it was.
All right, this thing went viral. Cowboy fans loved it. What's going on here in this clip?
So RZ, that's a kid's name. He was winning that rep over and over again, and it's like kind of King of Court style. So if you win, you stay on. You win, you stay on. You win, you stay on. So he pretty much beat everybody at the camp, and I was like, you know what, I gotta go ahead and beat this kid. So once I beat him, I had to let him know, like, yeah, like you can beat everybody except me. Like this is Tyler Booker football camp.
Okay, you beat him, like at what point? Because that looks like you cheated.
Where did I cheat?
You pushed him onto the ground
after the rep was over.
Okay, so when does the rep end?
When my head crosses the line.
Okay.
Where that cone is.
I'm going to look at it one more time right here.
Okay.
Where that cone is. So this is going to end it?
Yeah. I'm leaning ahead. I got that head lean. He's running upright. I had that forward lean.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, me and you could go outside.
Baby. Yes, sir. Yeah.
It's whatever.
Well,
that's whatever. That's right. That's whatever.
I don't want to get in trouble with the front office and getting you injured doing something that's outside of it. But we'll broadcast the show from the Tyler Booker football camp.
We got a grass field over there. We got 100 yards.
You were like one of the bigger hands at the combine, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
we should do the hand comparison. Sean is known for his hand size. Carter, you're gonna have to get this here. This is Sean is known for his hand size. I just got to see exactly how big the difference is.
I did this with Tyron Smith. This was an all-time embarrassing moment for me. Are you ready? Here it is, right here with Tyler Booker.
Hand. Look at that. Look.
Dude, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. When could you palm a basketball? What age?
Probably about like 7th grade.
When did you know?
7th grade.
When did you know you were like different at football? Like when you knew that, hey, I'm playing at the next level.
9 years old.
Yeah.
And it's like that's not fluff. Like, because I had one game. I played for the New Haven Steelers. We were playing the Hartford Hurricanes, and I just completely dominated. And I got a feel from that game. I was like, oh, like I want to do this for the rest of my life. And that year, I had already gotten I had personal trainers since the age of 8. I went to middle school an hour away because it was going to be like better academically for me. I went to high school in New Jersey for a year. Then I went to high school in Florida. And then I went to Alabama. So like everything that I've done in my life since I was the age of 8 has to been to get me to where I am today.
Who were your offer?
Oh, sorry, guys.
My first offer was Rutgers University.
Okay.
Who were your football idols growing up? Was it skill position players, quarterbacks, or was there a lineman you loved?
Actually, Troy Polamalu, believe it or not. So
Okay.
I grew up a huge Steelers fan. Cowboys Nation, y'all gonna have to forgive me for that. But just seeing the way that he played, the game, seeing how like he played, like he put his body on the line for the game of football, and he truly loved the game of football. Like I remember the day he retired, I was on a trip at Mystic Seaport, a school trip. It was my first overnight trip ever. I would wake up, open my phone, I see Troy Polamalu retire, and I almost cry. Like,
wow.
Yeah, I remember that day.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
So your freshman year at Bama, the beginning of Bama with the hype and the attention compared to first year as a Dallas Cowboy, because you're in 2 primetime programs. Compare, contrast.
Well, I don't have school anymore, so I think being Dallas Cowboy is going to be a little bit more fun. So.
No, but the attention, you're going to that program. Like I'm just talking about recognizing the hype and dealing with all the noise and the spotlight that comes with both. Has it not been that big a deal or change for you being a Dallas Cowboy rookie because of Bama? I
mean, not really. I mean, those are external factors, and they both have their benefits. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm worried about being a Dallas Cowboy football player. I'm not worried about being a Dallas celebrity right now.
Yeah. Your major, focus in school, what was it?
Psychology.
Psychology. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was going to think communications or broadcasting, but you're kind of looking at me like you're trying to figure me out right now. I wanted psychology too. Way too difficult for me at American University. I could not get into it.
So you've talked about the work that you put in and how much there are going to be these things you're going to have to make up, and these things that, all right, now we're at the pro level, this is a different game, and I'm going to have to be better at this and do those things. What's gone on out here so far that you're like, okay, I didn't know I was behind there, or man, this is an even bigger gap that I feel like I'm going to have to work even harder on here than maybe I realized just kind of intellectually before I got on the field?
Definitely, like recognizing what the defense is presenting. Like, I thought I did a really good job of that in college, but, now, they disguise it. College, they would just straight up show it. Now there's a lot of disguises, and I have to understand, what certain things present. And all of that will come with time. Like the more comfortable I get with the playbook, the more comfortable I get with the plays, my technique, that's when I'll be able to take that step further and be like, okay, like I know what I'm doing. Let me try and figure out what they're doing before they even do it.
Who on the offensive line has been the biggest help to you in that, and already just kind of showing you like, all right, look for this, look at like who's been the best at kind of helping you out to understand some of those things and recognizing defenses?
I'm not gonna lie, pretty much all the vets, like all the vets have been doing a great job of helping me, like individually, like them, either going to them, asking them for advice, or them pulling me to the side, be like, all right, look, when you see this and this, you got to make sure that you know this might happen, so like I couldn't have asked for a better room of vets. Like everybody's been nothing but helpful to me on my journey to this point.
So you're basically saying in college you're lining up and beating your man, and then in the pros you're trying to out-scheme him? Is that kind of how it is?
I mean, you got to out-scheme him in college as well. I feel like just the scheme aspect in the pros is a lot more advanced, because in college, even though it's still high-level football, you still got your Jalen Milrose and your Ryan Williams who can correct things if things don't go right. But like everybody has a Jalen Milrose, everybody has a Ryan Williams, everybody has like those superstar players on their team. So like, yes, talent counts, but scheme, like what you're doing, like having a mastery of what you're doing, it far surpasses talent.
Tyler Booker with us here on The Fan. What was the most impressive visiting stadium when you went in? You're like, whoa, like this is cool, this is impressive in college.
Definitely Neyland, when I noticed all those speakers that they have to pump in crowd noise.
Maybe we do. I don't know. Maybe.
Just saying, I was like, wow, that's a state-of-the-art sound system.
Do you think that Coach Saban is totally done?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
What made him special?
His consistency. Like every day he was the same person every single day, and then you always knew where you stood with him. And he was very like you always knew, like you always knew what you needed to do in order to play and in order to be the best version of yourself. And he would straight up tell you, like my freshman year, he was like, look, I love the way you work, I love the way you do this, I love the way you do that, but I'm going to need to see you improve in this, and that if you want to play. I improved in this, and that, and I played my freshman year. So everything that he told me came to fruition if you just follow and trust the process.
If you were commissioner of college football, what would you do? Would you change anything about NIL, portal, all that stuff, or would you keep it the way it is right now?
I would implement contracts. So, like, I feel like it should be a two-sided coin. Be like, okay, you can, like, we could pay you a whole bunch of money, but if you get this money, you start skipping class, you start skipping workouts, we can fine you. And if it gets to the point, we can fire you. And if you want to do all this transferring would essentially be like requesting a trade, but like you don't have to trade with another school. I feel like buyouts should definitely be in place, because that'll change the perspective of like how bad you want a player. Like, okay, are you going to pay out the rest of my contract, and am I going to get something on top of that? That's how I think it should work. Those are my 2 cents on it. Just do contracts to keep kids locked in, and then if you want to transfer, you have to get bought out of your contract. You have to buy your own contract out.
We were blown away by the personality and everything when you were drafted. We knew you'd be phenomenal sitting down with us. Thank you so much for the great interview. Have a healthy and great camp. And when we get out there on the field, don't cheat on me like you did at your camp. There he is, Tyler Booker, right here on your home of the Cowboys in the Wild Fork Foods Hot Seat 105.3 The Fan. Thank you, big fella.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.